video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
Welcome to the GamerCast Network video game show for Sunday, August 2nd, 2009. This is episode 153. I'm Chad, and this week for the roll call, which one do you want to do? Ever ruined a game or frustrating game?
I would say ever ruined a game.
I would go with not that one. The other one he said was fine. I've never ruined a game for myself. I don't have any answer for that.
Well, aren't you just super sweet?
Why don't we just do both? Take your pick.
That breaks protocol.
So? Who the makes up the rules around here?
I do, and it's breaking protocol. You can't feed the staff and you can't break protocol. These are my rules, and they will be obeyed.
And feeding the staff constitutes breaking protocol.
Okay, you know what? Command decision. We're going with the frustrating rip your hair out game.
Yeah!
Yay, command decision.
Roll call question from Mike. What game has caused you to become so frustrated you could rip your own hair out? And joining us this evening is Ivan.
I couldn't decide either between Alien Hominid or Mega Man. Both of those I played for about 5 minutes, and after dying and losing the game 1,000 times, I just quit. Because it's stupid. I don't understand why people think a game is fun that it's so difficult that you can't even play it. Like, look, one shot and you're dead, and there's a wall of bullets coming at you that is impossible to dodge. You're dead. Please try again.
It increases replay value.
Infinite replay value, because you'll never actually make it.
I was about to say, I guess it really isn't replay, because you never can actually beat it.
Infinite play value.
Infinite play value, exactly.
So either one of those are so frustrating. I usually don't get to a point anymore, because I'm old. If something annoys me to the point where I feel like ripping my hair out, I just turn it off and then play something that doesn't do that to me. I just sit there and I get up and grab my cane and shake my fist at the TV and...
Damn kids.
Make something easier to play. I won't play this.
My arthritis is acting up.
I miss the days of one button.
Where's my booby controller?
And also joining us is Bob.
I'm going to have to go with my old go-to of Team Fortress 2. Because I tried to play that again the other day when everybody else was playing it and I failed. I mean, I got in the game, I could not for the life of me figure out how to get the microphone to work, which makes no sense because it works the same in every single Valve game.
It's not difficult, you just talk into the microphone.
It wouldn't go. And Chris is yelling at me, well, F is the default key, so just press that. And I'm pressing it and I'm screaming. I was like, Bob, are you there? And I'm yelling the whole time. And then I couldn't figure out how to switch guys. And then everybody knows what the hell they're doing. So I run out and they're like, no, you retard. We don't need another sniper. Blah, blah, blah. Don't shoot that. Run over here. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're going to lose the game for it. And I was just like, you know what? I really don't need this in the 20 minutes I get to play video games on a Wednesday. So, yeah, then I stopped, and I'm not playing it ever again.
Welcome to Diablo 2.
Exactly. There you go.
It brings me joy to watch others get things ruined.
If I would have had my microphone and been able to yell at everybody and curse, I probably would have enjoyed myself. But the fact that I was totally mute and just being, yelled at one-sided the entire time, oh my god, I wanted to just throw my monitor through a window.
And when they would yell at me, I would just be like, you, and keep doing what I'm doing.
Is there team damage? Oh, good. Because I got a surprise for you.
Friendly fire. Get ready. Here you go. It's friendly.
Oh,
Enjoy
it's coming.
Who's the guy with the explosives? Yeah, the really big radius explosives. Yeah, I'm going to need him. No reason.
And also joining us is Keith.
That would be the game of life.
I suck at it.
But as for video games, that would have to be Dead Rising, because couldn't read it. So I would play for a while, and then I would lose because someone would be dead, and I wouldn't know what I was supposed to be doing, and then it would make you start over from the beginning. Again and again and again and again.
You're really unhappy about this whole...
Dude, I'm honestly not even... I could care less about Dead Rising 2 if they don't have text in it.
Well, they'll have text.
Yes, but it could be Nicaraguan. It doesn't matter. I can't read it. Does Nicaragua even have their own language?
Spanish,
yeah, I guess.
Just some other language other than English. It would be the same thing, because I can't read that either. Unless it says El queso es viejo y mojoso. That's what I learned from 6 years of Spanish. That means the cheese is old and moldy, children. That was my answer to every question I was ever asked in that class.
And finally joining us is Phil.
I would have to say Battlefield 1942. That's the first game where I think I really got into the FPS genre. Like, both feet jumped right in and really wanted to do well, but really sucked at it. That's really the first game that I picked up and really started cursing every time I started playing that game.
Yet you continued to play it.
I continued to play it to try to be better at it.
That was the theme among us three, though, is we'd play it, get frustrated, and then we never touched it again. So I don't know if to admire your perseverance or not.
Let's see. Well, I would say Counter-Strike because I broke a wall and
I almost said that was my second choice, by the way, for the 10 minutes I played that game.
my frustration with that game though wasn't because of not being good. It just sometimes I met someone who was better. They shot me and I got pissed at couches and walls. Although what I find frustrating nowadays is basically any game with voice chat and a group of people who insist on yelling and screaming that their character's being killed in the game as if they're being attacked in real life.
That's kind of the whole point of any of these games. Yes, we know. Everybody's being attacked and killed. Everybody, not just you. We know.
Yes, but they insist on like almost acting out the being killed.
Oh God, he's stabbing me.
Yes, that.
He's right behind me. He said, why isn't anybody healing me? Is there a sniper? Why didn't anybody help me?
Oh, Jesus, stop. That is so f***ing annoying.
God, that's annoying. You go first and unmute. Here's some advice to those people. Shut up.
Yeah, I hate those people too.
Bob, you hate all people.
Well, right.
It doesn't have to be those people. You just hate all.
Unless zombies are attacking you in real life.
If zombies are attacking you in real life, you better break out in a Thriller dance, because that's your only hope.
Jabona!
This week on the GamerCast Network. This is the end of Podcastle as you know it. Join Jim, Lauren, and Wardrock for what may be the final Podcastle ever, or something. Episode 40 will be 100% listener questions and rubbish. Only on Destructoid, actually. The whole crew is once again together for episode 63 of Sarcastic Gamer Blue. They discuss Ubisoft's plans for 3D gaming and why you likely won't be enjoying it, Little Big Planet getting new creation tools, and threatening national security with your PSP. This week on Podtacular, the crew tackles all the Halo news that has come out in the past couple weeks. Listen to hear about the good, the bad, and the frags. This week's Podtoid will be a 100% listener question-based episode. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more at GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
Okay, so people have tried that demo I emailed out a little while ago. This was a demo for a game called Nation Red. I think it's by an indie group. It's a PC game that, from what I understand, plays like Crimson Lands, and it's like an overhead kill zombie game. Can someone who's played Crimson Lands talk about more than I can?
Crimson Land is... The graphics aren't super sweet. It's more fast-paced. You move around using WASD, or I guess you could use the arrows, and then you aim and shoot with the mouse. And the whole thing is monsters and insects and things like that come from all four sides of the board, and you basically are running around in circles and trying to kill them before they kill you. And they have different modes, like obviously they just have the survival, which is how long can you last. They have the different waves where so many will come at you, and then when you defeat them, move on to the next wave. As you kill things and get experience points, you can get power-ups, things like, you reload faster, you automatically regenerate, you emit I was going to say a cloud of something, but...
I am in a cloud of something right now. It's keeping the zombies away.
Yeah, so basically this zombie one called Red Nation is like the same thing.
The graphics are much better, except it feels like you're fighting either zombie Mexicans or zombie Asians.
Equal opportunity dead people.
Yeah, the only board it seems to have is one you're in a desert warehouse or something, so you're just on a big open desert board. These similarly dressed group of gray zombies attack you from all sides. It's not like Crimson Land. It's not a total sprite-based game. It's got like 3D graphics and everything. It just looks like an updated version of it, honestly.
And it's slower. In Crimson Land, your guy moves at a decent clip. In this one, it's slow.
It's a little more realistic slow, like how slow you'd actually have to move if you were shooting a gun in real life and backpedaling. The demo's really short. I mean, if you play survival mode, you get to survive for 3 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, and you only can do that 10 times, and then once you play through all of the boards, that's as far as you can get as well. Like, you can play through the first 3 boards, and then you're not allowed to play through the boards anymore.
But it's only $15, so I think I'm probably going to get it, because that'd be a very good game to kill, like, 15 minutes with or something.
Yeah, it's coming out this week on, I think, all the digital distribution services. I don't know if Steam's going to have it, but I know the other ones do.
I would recommend getting the demo and giving it a whirl. If you like the demo, you will like the game. If you played Crimson Land or Lava Mortis or Evil Invasion, if you like those games, you'll like this. It's just, basically, it's better graphics, a little more realistic looking.
Yeah, it's pretty polished. Definitely worth $15, I think. Even if all you got to do was play the demo with unlimited survival, it'd still be worth $15.
Next topic.
Anybody do anything else this week?
I played Bookworm Adventures 2,
Bookworm Adventures 2. This is from PopCap. This is the sequel to the first Bookworm Adventures.
which was an auxiliary game to Bookworm, which is their online-only version, which is basically like a modified version of Scrabble, kind of. There's just a bunch of word tiles on the board. You score points by making words out of tiles that are connected to each other. And Bookworm Adventures is a little cutesy little kid story about fairy tales coming to life in the library, and your little bookworm, and then you gotta like fight all of the villain fairy tale people to find out what's going on and all this. And how you attack people is you have a little tray of letters, I think it's 5x5, that are just like Scrabble tiles, and then you attack by making words out of these letters, and the bigger and more complicated the words, the more damage you do. And then Bookworm Adventures 2 just kind of plays more on that. You have little potions you can get, there's power-ups, you get gear from defeating bosses, and can like pick 3 items to have on you that give you little bonuses. It's a really, really casual game. I think Penny Arcade pretty much said it best. It's either you like spelling words or you don't. Not really something you can review that much or compare to like actual full-on games. It's a cutesy little casual game that's a lot of fun if you like Scrabble kind of games and have a vocabulary.
Do you like spelling words? Then I have a game for you.
That's basically what it is.
I played the first one, and it was really good.
See, I like those kind of games. I even have the the word search game for the Xbox Live Arcade, and I actually enjoy that. Which is literally just that, a word search.
Now, I liked playing just the plain Bookworm game, not the Adventures.
I found the Adventures to be a little bit easier.
Easier? Okay.
The Bookworm normal game is a little bit harder. Like, you can get bound up, and the thing with Bookworm Adventures is they have a scramble button. Like, if you get stuck and you can't make any words, you get scramble, lose a turn, and you get all new tiles. With Bookworm, you're just stuck with the board, and it's like, however it is, it's how it is, and you gotta kind of plan your words more carefully, and like, not end up with all Z's and U's, or else you're so.
I think they updated the iPhone version, because you can scramble on that one.
Oh, really? No, if
also,
you play just the online one from PopCap, you can't.
It's
Maybe there is a button and I just haven't been using it and I'm just playing hardcore the whole time, but I'm pretty sure there isn't one.
I play word search hardcore.
Shuffling's for pussies. Be a man. Man up.
Chad, it's
When
also
I win, my
99
controller
cents.
becomes a boo.
Yeah.
I quit.
Good thing Ivan's mentioning there is the iPhone version's on sale for like $1. Right there, Ivan.
What?
I just asking a question.
Yes or no?
I tried to tell you 16 times, and every single time I got interrupted, so you all.
Well, okay then.
Next topic.
Unfortunately, that's my only proposal for the week. Do I take it or pass?
You all?
Well, that's a rough week if that's all you got to show for it.
Next topic.
I could talk Wii Sports Resort. What the hell is this thing called again? Wii Sports Resort. Does anybody care?
No.
Unless
No.
it involves someone getting killed, probably not.
Tech Demo 2.
Yeah, it's pretty much a tech demo.
It's pretty much all the other games for the Wii, kind of rehashed into a different genre.
See, and this was the problem with Nintendo from before as well. Not that I own it. I own a Wii, but it seems like they're falling into the same rut that Nintendo always falls in, where there's like 5 good games, and then they just rehash them over and over again.
Well, you see it as a rut. Nintendo sees it as a money printing press, which is why they do it.
Anyway, I can just sum this up real quick. It's a bundle game. It comes with the new Wii Motion Plus that you plug into the Wiimote and gives you better orientation tracking. So you can take that Wiimote and orientate it anyway, and it will know exactly where it is.
You can orientate it straight up your...
Yes, you could do.
Quick, pinch your nipple. Pinch your nipples.
It knows exactly how that thing's being orientated. And the game that comes with this is Wii Sports Resort, and it comes with, it's a collection of like 16 different groups of games. The most fun two are the swordplay ones and I like the archery.
Out of the 16, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm guessing 9 of them you wouldn't give a second glance.
Nope, I wouldn't give, let's see. Well, here's the ones. There's swordplay, which is pretty good. Then there's wakeboarding, which is The frisbee was archery was good. Basketball was table tennis was pretty good. Golf was bowling was same as bowling from before. Power cruising, which is jet skis, is canoeing was cycling was air sports semi
So let's see, that's 4.
yeah, it's about 4 or 5 good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think the sword play and the frisbee golf I might like.
I didn't try golf. I just tried the frisbee dog, and it was pretty good. I mean, it felt like you were flicking a frisbee, although I think it could do better in real life as compared to this thing. The sword play, just the lack of feedback with actually hitting someone with a wooden sword.
See, no force feedback. It kind of takes away from it, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like swinging a lightsaber. Because I know what that's like.
The force is strong with you.
The annoying ones were like the wakeboarding and the power cruising. The wakeboarding is like you're being towed by a boat, and you gotta go in the wake and do tricks, and you kind of like the Wiimote's simulating holding the tow rope.
Ugh.
You gotta hold your arms in front of you, and then go back and forth to try and get the guy to go off the wake, and then do a trick, and then land it by holding back to horizontal again. So the thing is, you're holding your arms in midair, and now normally when you're doing wakeboarding, that kind of stuff, you're pulling on the rope. Well, you're not pulling on anything here.
Now you're just supporting your remote with your shoulders for an hour and a half, which probably feels pretty good.
It's only 3 or 4 minutes, and it does feel pretty good. Yeah.
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
No.
I was about to say, that sounds even worse than what I thought, and I thought it was going to be bad.
Power cruising, you're doing jet skis, it's the same thing. You're holding your arms out there, and again, there's nothing to hold on to except just with your shoulders, and your shoulders start to hurt. Canoeing's like you're actually in a canoe with a paddle, so you got to paddle left and right.
Oh, God.
Except there's no resistance from the water.
Yeah, and cycling is like the raving rabbits, where you got to waggle your arms back and forth really fast.
Waggle, waggle.
And actually, if you go too fast, you wear out your little cycler. He gets tired. You got to like keep a rhythm going.
God, Nintendo's dumb.
How do you do skydiving?
You're just holding the Wiimote kind of with your 2 fingers, and then you tilt it back and left and right and forward and backwards to have the guy just kind of like, you're kind of guiding his body. It's like, treat the Wiimote as if it's his torso of his body.
So is that one kind of like Monkey Ball, where you kind of fly around, you gotta try to land on a target or whatnot?
No. In skydiving, what you're doing is the guy's falling, and you have to tilt him back and forth to have him hit other people, grab onto them, and then take a picture.
Now, can you not pull your chute?
No, you have to pull your chute.
It automatically pulls your chute for you. Sweet. So the one good saving grace besides sword and archery sounds like it's broken.
The swords are fun. The sword slicing is fun.
Yeah, but it's also Nintendo. You probably don't even get to cut anybody.
You play with somebody else. You play with the guy next to you, and then the master drops in front of you an object with an arrow on it, and you gotta slice that object the way the arrow is pointing. It's like a speed test. Who slices it first? Who slices it best? Who slices it fastest? You're slicing up chairs, paintings, fruit, alarm clocks.
But not people.
Not people.
Or arms.
No arms.
And can you stab the guy next to you?
No,
so
you
can
can't
slice
stab
it
the
quicker?
guy next to you. No.
So you don't even get into sword fights?
There's like 3 mini games under sword fighting. One of them speed slice, and the other one is actually fighting.
Oh, is it any good?
Again, there's no tactile feedback.
So it's like if you block, your sword essentially goes right through his.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're a little kid and you'd sword fight with flashlights.
Yeah.
Or like when you have a pee fight.
Ew.
Oh.
Don't cross the streams!
Anyways, I would say if you like Wii Sports, if you like those games, if you like the Wii ones that come with Wii Play, you probably like the ones that come with Wii Sport Resorts.
So in other words, if you're in the retirement home because you were born on January 1st, 1909, you would like this game?
Probably. From what I understand, the actual motion plus the technology is very good in Tiger Woods golf.
Yeah, and if you're going to have a game that works with it, I mean, golf. Woohoo! That's a winner.
Hey, some people like it. They don't have options because they're living in a desert and they can't go to a golf course.
Well, if they live in a desert, then obviously they're surrounded by zombies, so they have plenty to do. As we learned from Red Nation.
They have golf courses in Vegas.
Okay, if you're living on an island and they have no golf course because your island's all of...
Hawaii has golf courses.
Okay, you know what? I'm done. Moving on.
Cuba has golf courses too, and it's very small.
I played golf yesterday.
Moving on.
18 holes.
Moving on, damn it.
All right.
I'm shocked.
Next topic.
I gotta say, though, I was looking at what the hell was the name of it. It looks kind of like Borderlands. Rage? Is it Rage?
It's ID's new game, id's new game.
Yeah, that looks like that could be cool. It's all wasteland kind of... It's not cel-shaded. It looks kind of realistic. It reminds me very much of Fallout, just from what I've seen of it. except the zombies and mutant type things look a little more, I would say real, but we're talking about a zombie,
Right.
so you know what I mean, no?
Yes, we know what you mean. Rage is still a ways off.
And I did watch crap for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which, okay, it looks like Marvel, but I don't get the whole fusion thing.
The fusion thing, as I understand it, isn't that much different from Ultimate Alliance 1, where, like, if Spider-Man used his special thing the same time Iceman did, they, you know, it would pop up a thing that says, like, Icy Web Blast!
Plus 5 damage or whatever the hell it does.
Right. I think it's just a different mechanic. Instead of just using your special power at the same time, you may have to be standing next to each other. Hulk may have to pick up Wolverine and throw him to do a super claw missile ass.
Yeah! Hulk smash with ass!
Now, I don't know that for sure, but the previous things that I've read about it, everyone was like, that's dumb, that's going to change the whole thing, it's going to make it dumb.
No, it's probably going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's all set with the Civil War crap.
Yeah, it's going to have a plot this time.
They were saying that you can join with Iron Man or Captain America, and it's Marvel. I'll back it. Right on.
Hells yeah.
Next topic.
Do we care about the resolution issues with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
For the PC, I'm assuming?
No, this is for the 360 and the PS3. So you know how it's supposed to be the era of HD games? Well, Modern Warfare 2 is rendering at 1024 by 600 pixels.
Huh.
And HD is, of course, the low level is 720 pixels high.
I'm for it, man. That means it would work on my TV. I could probably read their text.
Yes, you probably can.
Well, that's still considered widescreen, though.
Oh, it's still widescreen. It's just not all 720 pixels high. And they're doing this to keep their frame rate at 60 frames a second.
See, I'm all for that.
I can get behind that, yeah.
If it's a first-person shooter, it needs to move smoothly. More importantly than it look cool.
And it's a first-person shooter, so how high resolution detail do you need for a gun?
I'm just telling you what they say, and I know that people are not happy because it's not high.
We're not arguing with you. We're just kind of, I don't understand everyone is so hyped up. You know what? F these people. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
you line two TVs up, they're not going to be able to tell the difference between 600p and 720p anyway. Jackholes. These are the idiots who buy a PlayStation 3 so they can watch their GD Blu-ray movies because they think they look amazing when they're probably couldn't tell the difference between DVD and Blu-ray in the first place. Same asshats that go out and spend $600 on an HDMI cable because some idiot told them that's, the
This is the better one.
the gold-plated, super high-quality, diamond-tipped monster cables are the only way to go for your PlayStation 3. How about if the game's fun and it actually runs smoothly, then shut your effing hole.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If it was resolution that you said a minute ago, people would be bitching about lag or how it's choppy at, when there's more than 4 people on the screen, it's choppy, and then I'm getting killed. I wish people would just all kill themselves.
That's the thing, is they'll never be happy. Like Keith said, they'll either bitch that the frames per second are too low, or they'll bitch because it doesn't look pretty.
Yeah, but what are they going to put on the box? Because if they put 720p, then, that's very arguable.
Well, no, they're going to put it on there because the system scales it up to 720p. But internally, it's only rendering at 600. So it'll be 720p. But it's not a true 720p.
720p asterisk.
You know what? It works. It's like saying a chick with a boob job doesn't really have
Double D
a
boobies.
full C breast. Exactly.
Next topic.
So let's hit the mailbag.
Hit the mailbag! Hit it! Hit it!
I'd hit that mailbag. Hit it from the backside. What? I'll make my own hole to get the mail out. With my mother.
Hey, I wanted to know what you guys think that they're going to do with the whole Halo Reach, integrate Project Natal into it or whatnot. Please give me what you guys think they're going to do with Halo Reach, and I believe they're going to use Project Natal. Thank you.
The two things that we probably care about the least are Halo and Project Natal.
But I can answer this one, though.
Good, because I don't want to.
Because we don't want to.
The guys at Bungie have said that they think that Natal is cool, and if it makes sense, they'll use the Natal technology in Halo, but for the most part, he doesn't see them using Natal as a full Halo control scheme. But it could enhance gameplay.
unless people actually die when they get shot in the game.
Sweet.
I would so get behind that game then. I wouldn't play it, but I would get behind it.
So yeah, they apparently aren't looking at using Natal for well, at least Bungie isn't looking at it for their first-person shooters. In fact, I couldn't see any first-person shooter using Natal by itself.
Because I could care less about that. What is Halo Reach as opposed to Halo...
ODST?
Sure.
And actually that ties in, we actually have another piece of mail asking us what our opinions are of the latest Halo games. And that was a question sent in by Ruler of Eden.
The same as the impressions of the last Halo games.
The new one coming out soon is Halo ODST.
It's Halo 3 ODST, which makes it sound like it's an expansion, right? It can't be too much different if it's still called Halo 3.
It's an expansion, but it's a standalone expansion. You don't have to have Halo 3 to play the game.
If you like Halo 3, you'll like Halo 3 ODST.
If you like Halo, you'll probably like any of the Halo games.
Oh, here we go. ODST stands for Orbital Drop Shock Troopers, and it's set before Halo 3. Blah, blah, blah. You play a rookie. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you're not the Master Chef anymore?
No, Master Chef is dead or something. I don't know.
Nobody cares.
And Halo Reach. I can go look up Reach real quick.
You know what? Let's make something up for this. They're making a new gopher in memory of Billy Mays, and it's going to be a Halo-branded gopher. Henceforth, the Halo Reach.
Yeah. Reach here, there's nothing about Reach apart from it's a first-person shooter.
I mean, I know a lot of people are into Halo and all, but it never has done anything for me. There's so many better first-person shooters out there, and since I do own a PC, I'd rather just play them there. And if I'm going to play an FPS on the console, it's going to be Vegas.
Oh, and there actually was one other little part to Ruler of Eden's question here. He also was asking, do you think that Microsoft is overdoing it with Halo?
Are they still making money? Then no.
Yeah. And are playing off the money-making aspect of it or not?
Hey, we've covered that with Nintendo. Obviously, people are still buying it. People are still spending money, and as long as they're making money, you know, hey, go for it.
I think they stopped force-feeding it the first few months with the whole Halo Xbox Elite, the Halo soft drinks, the Halo this, the Halo that. I mean, after the first couple months, it kind of died off, but I mean, you can't blame them for going based on reputation. I don't think we've been hit in the face too much with it lately, so you can't really badmouth them for that.
Now, speaking of soft drinks, has anyone tried that Mountain Dew, which is wow?
I tried the Horde flavor. Tasted like orcs.
Is that the orange or the blue one?
Orange. It tasted like cherry Mountain Dew. What would have been cool is if they would have actually done a real tie-in other than just put World of Warcraft on the... Well, they kind of did. They made a website where you could go there once a day and, I don't know, register for prizes. It sounded convoluted and overly complicated, so I didn't bother. But they could have at least done, you know, what Coke and Pepsi does 100 times a year, which is write some code on the inside of the cap and type it in to see if you won something or not.
Yeah, give something in game. I mean, Warcraft's all about giving little useless things that don't do anything.
Right. And like I said, they had some sort of contest thing going on, but it was too complicated for me to care.
Next topic.
This is from Weasler asking a question here. This is actually more of a request.
No.
Back in your past life, he means before this current iteration of the show, your crew partook in a Game of the Year episode that I personally enjoyed greatly. For the past 2 years, we haven't done one.
Because we hate you personally.
He was hoping, could we possibly do one at the end of this year?
No.
I love hearing your opinion on the year's video games.
My only thing with that is we don't play...
All of them?
Exactly.
We don't have a lot of money.
We don't have a lot of time.
Many different games don't get played.
So while, I mean, I think it's cool where you're coming from, and I would love to do that, but...
There's a lot of big titles we never touch.
Exactly. Personally, I haven't played, was it Day of Defeat, Modern Warfare, or Call of Defeat?
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
There we go. Call of Defeat. That's a game that sounds like I want to play.
Call of Defeat.
Follow me, gentlemen, and we will lose!
Don't you mean World at War? That's the latest one.
Whatever, I haven't played any of those. All of them. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Day of Defeat, Halo. Yeah, just...
Uncharted, Fat Princess.
Now, Fat Princess I would like to, but that's PS3, PSP, PS not me, because I don't own it.
Next topic.
Someone sent in last week a whole long email, this is from Chris, about tactical shooters. This is a response to Chris's thing about no good tactical shooters on the PC.
Okay. Well, go ahead and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Well, it's a long email. I'm going to try and sum this up. He's suggesting Arma 2.
Who?
It's like a war simulator.
I want a war simulator. I want to simulate killing hostages in somebody's house.
People say it's a very good game, but buggy as hell when it first launched.
No, it's like Counter-Strike, or what was that? Raven Shield. Very good game when your CD key wasn't in use.
But that's like simulating a whole war.
Yeah, I don't want to do a whole war. I want to simulate me with a gun. That's about as far as I need to take this.
Another recommendation here was America's Army 3, which is a free over Steam.
It's a free over anywhere game.
Yeah, this is the U.S. Army game.
I played the first America's Army, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, but isn't this the thing where you have to actually...
Go through boot camp and
Yeah, if you want to be a medic, you actually have to perform surgeries.
Yeah, you have to do that, and you have to watch a whole little training video and then pass a little test. And if you fail the test, you don't get to be a medic. Well, I mean, the whole point is it's still promoting for the Army.
And then the last one he recommended was a mod for Half-Life 2 called Neo Tokyo. And some people in the forums recommend this one as well.
I don't own Half-Life 2.
Yeah, I don't have it for the PC.
I do own Half-Life. I bought it for like 99 cents one day on Steam. Haven't played it, but I own it. I figure for 99 cents, even if I don't play it, it's worth it.
Well, kind of not.
And that was Video Game Show episode number 153 for Sunday, August 2nd, 2009. Any ham sandwiches, shattered dream pies, apathy cakes to the people of the world. Peoples.
No.
None?
Apathy cake to Ivan for not wanting to give anything out.
You're not allowed to feed the staff.
We have to give a ham sandwich at least to Temple Dog for making those nice little pictures of the apathy cake.
I was about to say, yeah, Temple Dog made those little avatar things, and they're pretty sweet.
Can anybody explain the bear fruit? I'm still kind of confused.
That was Keith. He said something about bear fruit once.
I don't even remember what the hell context it was set in. Something about a fruit, and then a bear jumps out and mauls you. But I haven't found where it was, so I can't go back and actually see what it's supposed to be.
We can all kind of remember it wasn't an episode, but we can't remember which episode number.
I don't remember ever hearing that before.
I thought it was Bob was saying that said something about a bear like mauling your face or something.
It sounds like a conversation I would have. I don't know.
And as usual, send your comments, questions, queries, concerns, or roll call question to the mailbag at mailbag@videogameshow.org. Skype us at videogameshow or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long-distance call and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night.
Does somebody run a microwave at 7:30 every Sunday?
Yeah, the fat guy, he needs a
I need my Hot Pockets.
heat up a hot pocket. There's two, because I use one as a pocket.
Ouch.
Okay.
Wow.
That was the reaction I was going for.
You surpassed me.
Those are really hot, man. What are you thinking?
Dude, I sliced my and put it in pineapple juice. What do you? That's all
Oh.
good for me.
I don't think he was here for that.
No, he wasn't here for that.
I missed that.
Just run with it.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.